It's rare that something goes over my head with how actually broken it is. Now just take a look at Zephyr and the tornadoes. And just look at that slam. Some more combo points. And well, as it might not be really impressive, considering I damage cap on them with Mirage. Thing is, you see this red buff here? That's covered by Zata's Whisper? Like, I don't know if you know, but that's Extinguished Dragon Key. And all of this, what happened is, Steel Path and everything, 220 Juggernauts with a Extinguished Dragon Key. So, the moment we remove the key, it's gonna be way easier. We have 2 survivors actually. Not anymore. The best part has to be that you can do it with every single weapon that's any decent slammer. And it can only get more stupid when you have a weapon with some quirk like Tenno Exec. If you don't know what weapon to pick for the slamming Zephyr, well, I can give you a hint. The way I picked mine weapons, the most favorite ones for me at least, I just moused over the slam attack and checked the range of the point of impact and the fall off. Very easy pick for this most of the time is Arca Titron, what most people go for. So easy to get melee influence with it, and if you bother to stack your slam capacitor unique trait, you're gonna have an insane range on that heavy slam. Insanity of a range. That's plus 2 meter range per a kill, stacking up to 5. So altogether you get another 10 meter on the slam attack, which is just beautiful. I also think that's one of the best weapons overall for the raw damage output, for very high status it got. It's overall a superb weapon. But what I wanna show you is what I was having fun as of recent, which is the Jad key tag. I got a nice Riven for it, so the crit is barely above the melee duplicate crit required, and we have crazy amount of blast on every single heavy slam. And as simply as possible to be put, the more status on blast, the more status weight, the everything into the blast is all that matters for the tornadoes and Zata's combo. And I just love how Zephyr makes those slam weapons on all those slam builds so flexible, because you can pick something like melee duplicate to deal with damage attenuated stuff, and influence for every other mission to do the AoE killing, which gives you high KPM. Just insane. Let me just show you quickly how it works. And let's start with our melee duplicate. It's worth to mention that it's also Zata's setup. And we look for this damage attenuated stuff that we're getting in the new missions, we put tornadoes on it, and we slam the fuck out of it. So we don't have to fuck around with it, billion bullets in it, it's just dead instantly, just like this. And here we go one more time. Bye bye. Only half of the combo points, and I think I did some damage attenuation on him with Rauta because primary dexterity. Am I right? I'm right. One more time, just for good measure, just to be sure. Boom. Gone. Or maybe perhaps you just wanna shut down something bigger. For this, you can always go double Zephyr, just in case they decided to change some stuff with slamming the tank. But trust me, one gonna be just fine if it's not gonna be scaled for the 2 players. I just happen to play some with Casey. But well, my Nvidia trolled me with the driver update, so let's skip to the newest tanky addition with this stupid damage attenuation mechanic, the TennoCreate Babau in the Eximus version, cause the normal I don't have anyway. So basically all we do is get combo points, get the tornadoes, and slam. And they are not tanky anymore. It works with both, as you saw, magnetic gas to their weakness and with the normal blast that we usually play. Just slam them up and they are gone. And to be fair, we can use the melee influence version on those as well, especially if they are stacked. The beauty of tornadoes is that you can one-shot either stacked ones or just a single one. Just so you can compare it, I will show you this example on my Mirage with full Archon shards for the melee critical damage, full ability strength, and just watch. So those are the Behemoth Juggernauts basically. Look, 2 bill, 1.6 bill somewhere, I might have fucked up. Nearly 1 bill after, 1.1 bill, okay. So this is the same build, but versus Babau. Look the difference, how much the damage attenuation changes. So yeah, the power of tornadoes, Zata's, is just immeasurable. Well, if you don't like slam builds, no problem. Thrown weapons works just as fine. Even before we get melee influence from what I see, so it's surprising even me. One more time. Now influence is here. Just slam and jump over them. Boom. Bye bye. Don't worry though, cause if you really don't like the small tornadoes and Zata's combo with all the slamming weapons and thrown weapons, that's mainly whenever you're gonna go against something that's heavily damage attenuated and you wanna just deal with it without a problem. That's only when it really shines. Overall, it's just better to get a weapon with a melee influence, of course, the most broken arcane. And well, for those who wonder if the normal melee weapons, the regular ones, also work, well, here's a test also for me. I say it works. Oh my god, but my PC does not like it. But yeah. Perhaps if I hit all of them at the same time, let me just reset them real quick. Maybe we can do it a bit more like fireworks mode. Let's start with the heavy. Here we go. Small tornadoes range issue, or is it my melee range issue? Let me see one more time. Respawn the tornado. Don't even need combo points, I only need them in range. So, as you can see, the typical melee works as well. You can probably just run at them, swing a couple of times and they should be done. Only the tornado size is making it a struggle, but if you have energy to spare, just recast it on them. And this is for those who will wonder if Zephyr can do the same to the behemoths as Mirage can. She can clearly just clean them out real quick as well, no problem. There is nothing she cannot one-shot. If she cannot one-shot something, she can just tag along 3 more Zephyrs and then she can one-shot something. Just matter of how many tornadoes does it take. So basically the Zata build is pretty simple. We go for the Nira mods. If we're using the slam build, we get stretch because I wanted some range on the tornadoes, but it's not really that needed as long as like the enemies inside of the circle of the tornadoes you create. Funnel clouds augment, of course. Ready steel or steel charge honestly is probably like the most versatile for this. For the Arcane's Fury, for the flat damage that scales with all this multiplicative damage here. Molt efficiency for the duration, augmented if you're staying longer in the mission. Generally a lot of ability, strength, some duration, not to recast 24/7 because tornado costs some of the fucking energy, not gonna lie, recasting it is painful. And we just wanna get as much Zatas as possible, so for a longer mission the augmented is the peak. And we have Diror. Diror is also an insane build for it. Can probably work just as well as Zatas, but probably if you have something way harder on the damage attenuation, like the 60i, like those motherfuckers, well, better for you to have Zata and tag along a friend with Roar. Perhaps other Zephyr that will just put tornadoes and roar you up, and then you're sorted on this. But for the general big tornadoes build, we of course go a lot of range, as much as you want. If you're not slamming, you have another mod slot for range. Here is like Prime sure-footed perfectly. And we also can go Augmented Fury, whatever we're using. If we're using Primary, we use Primary. Zephyr is just... like, let me tell you real quick why Zephyr doesn't really care what weapon you're gonna get for her. Because this is just an insane thing that it's not really specified anywhere, honestly. Since Zephyr is broken enough that she does not need the blast and melee influence thing that I'm gonna make soon video about, well, she only needs them tornadoes. No matter what elementals you have, no matter what arcane, she will just destroy as long as there is stuff in the range of the tornadoes, on the slam, on the explosion, on wherever. As long as stuff is in the tornadoes, stuff is dead. You can go viral, blast, does not matter. You could even go gas and magnetic, like the Techrot is weak to, and then you would have even probably better results for those guys. So stay tuned about my upcoming video about the current meta and the best thing to play all around to just deal with everything easily. And now let's quickly go over the tornadoes power. When you look at the in-game tooltip, it doesn't really tell you much, but it does not lie to you, that's for sure. Tornadoes deal the elemental damage type they absorb the most. Shoot engulfed enemies to inflict extra damage. Yeah, that one is a True statement. Time to pull up some more detailed info from our Warframe wiki. So let's quickly remind that we having funnel clouds as an augment. So our range is halved, but we have extra 8 tornadoes. So let's quickly take a deeper look at that detailed tooltip. So we have those 3 tornadoes, 11 with the augment, always 100% damage distribution. The augment only makes them not pick up the enemies. And we have a 200% critical damage multiplier. That means all that damage distributed has a final 200% critical damage multiplier. So completely for no reason, everything that gets distributed by these tornadoes gets triple the damage. So even if there is a single target, you can imagine what happens with Zata's Whisper that get procced by Blast, and Blast that just gets AoE'd on all of the tornadoes, and then gets times 3. So you can even further imagine what happens when you have influence up, you slam into 20 enemies on all of those tornadoes, everywhere's procced Blast, Blast gets spread everywhere, and you have a cascade of billions and probably, if we had the numbers, trillions of damage, if not even further, because at that point, yeah, the damage gets very stupid. And that makes Zephyr the ultimate one-shot in Warframe. There is nothing that can really withstand it. If not one Zephyr, you can always stack 3 friends with different buffs for you that will put the tornadoes, and it still will be one Zephyr, one slam, one shot. And I truly believe even the 60 eyeballs can die to a single slam in both phases. I will be trying that with Casey probably, so as soon as I figure out if it's double Zephyr or maybe Zephyr with Rhino, you will have the updated quick short for this probably on both of the channels. But I cannot give up. This guy was close and he will go in one hit on each face, and I cannot wait. But for now, that's all from me, cause Zephyr, I already had video on her, there's a billion of other videos. I just wanted to show you how truly broken she is on Behemoths, Babau, because I finally got damage attenuated stuff in Simulacrum. So if you liked it, leave a like, comment, share and subscribe. And as always, see you on the next one.